Because what we have on our hands, we've asked the U.S., France, and some other Western countries to come and help us. We've seen meetings with the government of Chad, Cameroon, and Niger. We've seen efforts of retraining. Do you think that the Nigerian military still has that capability and capacity to fight the insurgency at the state at which it is now?
It is capable. And that's why I mentioned earlier on this interview that the Nigerian military, out of tradition, were speaking to foreign media houses, telling them that they were being pushed to the front without weapons. That was what agitated the National Assembly to attempt to conduct hearing.
So the problem is not about the capacity of the military.
It's not.
What exactly is the problem?
The problem, as the soldiers said it from the front, whether they were not given enough weapons to fight. They were not given. You can't fight modern, even guerrilla warfare with your fists. You have to have appropriate weapons to do it.
So you mean that the Boko Haram insurgents are more equipped than our own army?
This is what the soldiers were saying.
And what implication does that hold for us?
That was what the National Assembly tried to get at the bottom of, and they were not allowed to continue to do it.
Do you see any kind of sabotage in this issue, in this situation?
The sabotage is corruption.
Corruption?
Mind-boggling corruption.
In what sense? In what sector?
In the government sector. The National Assembly went and collected detail about the money appropriated to the government for equipment and training of the military. And they were disgusted to hear that the Nigerian soldiers in the field were complaining that the insurgents were more armed than they. And here it is, Nigerian money was being given to the government to procure weapons, to train military properly so that they can face the insurgents. What is happening to the resources?
Well, let's move away from that to some other issues because of our time. We've heard some statement attributed to you about the conduct of elections and how strongly you will stand against the result if it does not come in your favor, which of course we saw what has it led to violence and all of that on the streets.
Well, as you mentioned earlier, I attempted as the president 3 times, I lost 3 times, and I ended up in Supreme Court. Does that show any sign of lawlessness?
But they were in Bauchi in 2011, aftermath of that election. There were a lot of violence that took place. Lives were lost.
This is not Bauchi alone. Don't forget, an inquiry was conducted, led by a retired judge. Conducted by a retired judge to find out why was the reaction after 2011 elections, presidential election. The government has got the report of the inquiry, of the panel of inquiry. What have they done with it?
Do you think elections should be conducted in 2015 in the 3 states currently under state of emergency?
Why not? There are countries fighting with and conducting election.
Even with the curfew in some areas, a 24-hour curfew in some of these states.
They should lift the curfew and let us have an election. Nigeria should not be denied to elect those they want to represent them and lead them. Now because some terrorists go to access to a mosque in Kano and kill, say, 500 people also, then you say there will be no election in Kano State?
Okay. Just before we go, you were detained after you were taken, there was a change of government, the coup in 1985. Have you forgiven the man who detained you in Jos?
I was not detained in Jos. I was detained in Akure and in Benin.
Well, at some point you were in Jos, I think. Maybe I'm mixing up my history.
You have. I was in Georgia as the general officer commanding the division, from where I became the head of state.
But have you forgiven the man who did
I said it so many times. But those who said I should forgive and forgive and forget, I say they are not being honest. There are things in life that you will never forget. But I have forgiven the persons who are responsible for removing me and detaining me for more than 3 years, and who failed to bring any charge against me, either of theft or even indecent behavior in office.
Are you sorry for bringing to an end the Shagari government?
No, I was not sorry, because I mentioned why we did it, and we proved our case.
That's a democratic process that will have extended.
So when you are a democrat, so you are entitled to steal the treasury dry and put your people into polarized position and destroy institutions and destroy infrastructure.
So you blame Shagari for that?
Don't personalize it. I blame the Second Republic
for that.
For that. And when we came out, we told the nation why, and we conducted the inquiries, documentary ones, not just hearsay.
General, let me just take a few responses from one or two people who have sent their responses. The first one is from Agbo John, who says, we need General Muhammadu Buhari to continue. Change is all we need. Agbo John at Atayi Matt. Braxton Dogbo at Braxton Dogbo says it should be a factor in the world evolving politics where his presidency despairs hope for Nigerian youth. Well, unfortunately, that's how far we can take. I thank you for some of your thoughts and some of your comments on the program. I really want to thank you, General Muhammadu Buhari, for coming on Politics Today, and I hope that you had a nice time coming here.
Very kind of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I wish you success in your primaries on Wednesday.
Thank you very much.
Well, we'll be talking to the one of the presidential aspirant of the APC, General Muhammadu Buhari. And from me and the rest of the team, I'm Shino Kimbale. Thanks for joining us, and bye for now.